all it takes is one stupid gang member holding an AK-47 for one thing to go wrong. So we'll get there while it's dark, and that place is completely run by gangs. So you don't want to be dealing with the gangs, even though we have safe passage, we're already approved.
Tonight, a Metro Atlanta man allegedly kidnapped by a dangerous gang in Haiti.
In an extreme and terrifying turn of events, the popular YouTuber Your Fellow Arab has been kidnapped by one of Haiti's most violent and notorious gangs. But how did it exactly happen? And is he still alive? Stick around as we delve into the kidnapping of Your Fellow Arab and breaking news about his release. The kidnapping. Addison Pierre Malouf, known online as Your Fellow Arab, was kidnapped in Haiti amid preparations to film a video in the country, an area currently advised against visiting by the U.S. Department of State due to safety concerns. His brother, Twitch streamer La Lem, revealed the kidnapping on Twitter after attempting to keep it private for 2 weeks. Malouf's last known video, shared by his video editor, depicted him on a hotel balcony discussing his plans to travel to Port-au-Prince from Cap Haitian, a journey of nearly 6 hours, to conduct interviews amidst the intense gang violence in the capital. Keep watching as we delve into breaking news about his release in just a moment. The situation escalated when Malouf and his associate, Sean Rubens Jean Sacre, were abducted by a Haitian gang while trying to interview Barbecue, a notorious gang leader. The gang demanded $600,000 ransom for their release. Travel YouTuber Miles Routledge has been vocal about Malouf's situation, stating that his location is known and expressing optimism about his eventual release. However, there has been criticism of the State Department's limited involvement in assisting Malouf, despite him being a U.S. citizen. The kidnappings are attributed to the G9 family and its allies, a gang alliance controlling 80% of Port-au-Prince and led by a former police officer, Jimmy Barbecue Cherizier, who is sanctioned by the US, UK, and UN for his involvement in violent acts. Addison Pierre Malouf is a content creator with a diverse portfolio, ranging from gaming videos to travel vlogs and interviews with dangerous individuals, like cartel members. He has a significant online following, with 1.4 million subscribers on YouTube and 622,000 followers on Twitch. Malouf's kidnapping underscores the perilous conditions in Haiti, characterized by widespread violence, kidnappings, and instability, further emphasized by the State Department's travel advisory and the recent U.S. citizen evacuations from Port-au-Prince. The release. The leader of the 400 Mawozo gang, Lanmo Sanjo, announced the unconditional release of Malouf and his Haitian fixer, without any demand for ransom. This surprising development was influenced by the intervention of another notable gang leader, Jimmy Barbecue Cherizier. Despite initial speculations linking Cherizier to the kidnapping, it was revealed that he played a crucial role in securing Malouf's freedom. Cherizier, known for his opposition to kidnappings and ransom payments, persuaded Sanju to release the hostages after being offered $100,000 for Malouf's release. This principle-led decision marks a significant departure from the prevalent kidnapping for ransom operations in Haiti. In a video published by Sanju, Malouf and his fixer appeared unharmed and in good spirits, stating they were not mistreated during their captivity. This outcome awaits further confirmation from Malouf, who has since indicated his release on social media. He described his captivity as a harrowing experience, attributing his kidnapping to racial motivations and detailing his isolation in a desert far from civilization. Keep watching as we delve into other horrifying incidents. Nurse kidnapped.
This morning, Alex Dorsonville looking healthy and confident, making her first public statement after being freed by a notorious Haitian gang, kidnapping and holding her and her daughter in late July for nearly 2 weeks.
Alex Dawsonville, a New Hampshire nurse and mother, and her daughter were kidnapped in late July by a notorious Haitian gang while she was working for Elroy, a nonprofit organization. The kidnapping incident, which lasted nearly 2 weeks, has highlighted the ongoing crisis of gang violence in Haiti, a situation that has worsened since the assassination of the country's president in 2021. During her captivity, Dawsonville's plight attracted international attention, especially after her captors demanded a $1 million ransom for her and her daughter's release. The details surrounding the payment of the ransom remain unclear, including whether it was paid to secure their freedom. Upon her release, Dawsonville made her first public statement, expressing a remarkable sense of forgiveness towards her captors.
I want you to know that I hold no grudges against you in my heart. That doesn't mean that I agree with what you are doing, especially what you are doing against your own Haitian brothers and sisters.
Despite the ordeal, she stated, "I hold no grudges against you in my heart," although she clarified that her forgiveness did not equate to agreement with their actions, particularly those against the Haitian people. Her love for Haiti and its people remained unchanged, despite the trauma she experienced. Dawsonville's statement, posted on Elroy's website, underscores her dedication to her humanitarian work and her deep connection to the country. 17 abducted.
17 people on a missionary visit were kidnapped near the capital of Port-au-Prince while visiting an orphanage.
The dire situation in Haiti, marked by escalating violence and lawlessness, culminated in the kidnapping of 17 individuals affiliated with a missionary visit near Port-au-Prince. This group, consisting of 16 U.S. citizens and 1 Canadian citizen, included a diverse mix of 5 men, 7 women, and 5 children. They were visiting an orphanage at the time of their abduction, prompting their associated organization, Ohio-based Christian Aid Ministries, to call for prayers for their safe return. The incident underscores the pervasive climate of fear in Haiti, where the public is increasingly hesitant to venture outside due to the threat posed by armed gangs, which are believed to exert control over significant portions of Port-au-Prince. This latest kidnapping event involves the notorious gang 400 Mawozo, which previously abducted 5 French priests and 2 nuns, illustrating the gang's indiscriminate targeting of both locals and foreigners. Tessa Petit, a Haitian native, highlighted the widespread nature of these criminal acts, noting that kidnappings have become a daily horror affecting people from all walks of life, including poor merchants, school children, and religious figures, often occurring in broad daylight. Background: the recent declaration of a state of emergency and the imposition of a curfew by Haiti's government are responses to the acute crisis posed by these gangs, whose audacious acts have pushed the nation into an unprecedented level of chaos. The crisis was starkly highlighted by a in the capital's main prison, leading to the escape of thousands of inmates. This event not only symbolizes the severity of the gang problem, but also marks a significant failure in the country's ability to maintain order and protect its citizens. The government's response, including the distribution of weapons to the population as a means to defend against gang aggression, ironically turned citizens against one another as these arms eventually were used in internal conflicts, underscoring the government's desperation and the breakdown of traditional security measures. The roots of Haiti's current situation lie deep in its history of political turbulence and economic struggles. The nation has been plagued by corruption, weak governance, and external interference, all of which have contributed to its fragility. The assassination of President Jovenel Moise in July 2021 served as a flashpoint, plunging the nation into even deeper political chaos. This void in leadership has provided fertile ground for gangs to expand their influence and control, exploiting the lack of effective governance to solidify their power across vast swathes of the country. Haiti's economic condition has only fueled the fire. The nation faces rampant poverty, with a significant portion of its population living below the poverty line. Economic opportunities are scarce, driving many towards gang affiliation as a means of survival. This economic desperation, combined with political instability, has created a perfect storm for gang dominance. Moreover, the situation is aggravated by external factors, including international policies and aid strategies that have often fallen short of addressing the root causes of Haiti's struggles. The international community's failure to provide sustained and meaningful support has left Haiti to fend for itself against the growing gang menace. In recent times, the gangs have not only increased in number, but also in audacity, carrying out kidnappings, and large-scale attacks that have left the population in a constant state of fear. Their control extends beyond mere physical territories. They have a significant psychological hold over the population, with their actions dictating the daily lives of many Haitians. Prominent gangs. The landscape of gang violence in Haiti is dominated by several key groups, each with its own structure, leadership, and territories. The rise of these gangs has not only exacerbated the security crisis in Haiti, but also deeply influenced the socio-political and economic fabric of the country. Two of the most prominent gangs, the G9 family and allies and GPEP, have become central figures in the ongoing turmoil. The G9 family and allies, under the leadership of Jimmy Barbecue Cherizier, represents a significant and controversial force within Haiti's landscape of gang violence. This coalition of gangs has evolved into a potent symbol of the country's complex intertwining of politics, crime, and community leadership. Jimmy Cherizier, a former police officer known as Barbecue, is a figure who embodies the contradictions and complexities of Haiti's current crisis. Dismissed from the Haiti National Police in 2018 due to allegations of involvement in violent crimes, Cherizier transitioned from law enforcement to becoming one of the most influential gang leaders in Haiti. His leadership of the G9 family and allies marks a significant shift in the power dynamics within Port-au-Prince and beyond. The history of G9 is deeply intertwined with Haiti's tumultuous political landscape. Cherizier's connections with the administration of the late President Jovenel Moïse illustrate the murky waters of Haitian politics, where gangs have been utilized as tools for political agendas. Allegations of the Moïse administration's support for Cherizier and his gang through financial aid, weapons, and other resources highlight the complex relationship between political power and gang leadership in Haiti. Upon its formation, the G9 family and allies was presented as a coalition aimed at restoring peace and combating the fragmentation and violence perpetrated by rival gangs. Cherizier's promise to bring stability to the neighborhoods under G9's control was seen by some as a beacon of hope amidst the chaos. However, the reality has been far from peaceful. The coalition's activities have included extortion, territorial control, and involvement in conflicts, contributing to the surge in insecurity and violence in the capital. The assassination of President Moïse in July 2021 and the subsequent political vacuum further complicated the role of the G9 family and allies. Initially supportive of Moïse, the coalition began to distance itself from the government, with Cherizier positioning himself as a revolutionary figure opposed to the political and economic elite. This shift underscores the fluid nature of alliances and the opportunistic positioning of gang leaders in response to the changing political environment. The G9 family and allies' control over significant parts of Port-au-Prince has had profound implications for the local population. While some community members view Cherizier and his coalition as protectors against rival gangs, others see them as oppressors, contributing to a cycle of violence and fear. The G9's impact on daily life is tangible, with reports of forced contributions to the gang's coffers and arbitrary violence against those deemed as enemies or threats. GPEP emerges as a critical player in the complex tapestry of gang dynamics within Haiti, positioning itself as a formidable counterforce to the G9 family and allies. Led by Gabriel Jean-Pierre, known as T. Gabriel, GPEP's formation and operations highlight the fragmented and competitive nature of gang influence in Port-au-Prince and its surrounding areas. GPEP, a federation of gangs, was established in response to the growing influence and territorial expansion of the G9 coalition. Under the leadership of T. Gabriel, GPEP sought to consolidate various smaller gangs under a single banner to effectively challenge the dominance of G9 and its allies. This unification reflects the adaptive strategies gangs in Haiti employ to navigate the shifting landscapes of power and control within the country. While the explicit objectives of GPEP may vary, the overarching aim is to undermine the influence of G9 and assert its own control over key territories in Port-au-Prince and beyond. T. Gabriel and GPEP position themselves not only as rivals to G9, but also as protectors of their communities against what they perceive as the oppressive tactics of their adversaries. This narrative, whether genuine or a strategic facade, plays a significant role in garnering community support or acquiescence for their actions. The emergence of GPEP has contributed to an escalation in violence and instability, particularly in areas contested with G9. The battles for control between these coalitions have led to increased civilian casualties, displacement, and a general state of fear among the population. GPEP's tactics, mirroring those of other gangs, include kidnapping, extortion, and armed confrontations, further exacerbating the humanitarian crisis in Haiti. GPEP's activities cannot be disentangled from the broader political and economic ambitions that fuel gang operations in Haiti. While positioned as a gang coalition, GPEP, like G9, engages in activities that extend beyond mere territorial control. The Federation's involvement in extortion, smuggling, and other illicit economies indicates a pursuit of financial gain and influence that transcends traditional gang rivalry. The perception of GPEP within the communities it operates is mixed. For some, the Federation represents a bulwark against the dominance of G9 and a chance for a different form of governance, albeit one still based on coercion and violence. For others, GPEP is yet another manifestation of the lawlessness and instability that plague their daily lives, offering little in the way of security or prosperity. Political and economic turmoil. Haiti's struggles with political instability date back to its founding, marked by a history of coups, authoritarian rule, and foreign interventions. This legacy of instability has been compounded by economic policies that have often marginalized the majority of Haitians, leaving vast swathes of the population in poverty. The political landscape has been characterized by a lack of continuity and a failure to establish institutions capable of addressing the needs and aspirations of the populace. Haiti remains the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, with more than half of its population living below the poverty line. The economic challenges are manifold: inadequate infrastructure, limited access to education and healthcare, and vulnerability to natural disasters, which frequently devastate the already fragile economy. Furthermore, rampant corruption has siphoned off resources meant for development, deepening the disenfranchisement felt by many Haitians. The assassination of President Jovenel Moïse in July 2021 plunged the country into a profound crisis, creating a power vacuum that further destabilized the already precarious political situation. Moïse's presidency was controversial, marred by accusations of corruption and authoritarian tendencies. His assassination left the country without clear leadership, exacerbating the turmoil and providing gangs, such as G9 and GPEP, with opportunities to expand their influence amid the chaos. The power vacuum following Moïse's assassination exacerbated the influence of gangs in Haitian politics and society. Gangs have filled the gaps left by weak state institutions, providing a semblance of order in some areas while exploiting the population in others. Their rise reflects the deeper issues of a lack of legitimate and effective governance, with gangs becoming de facto authorities in several regions. The dire economic situation has driven many, especially the youth, toward gangs as a means of survival. The lack of employment opportunities, combined with the allure of power and financial gain offered by gang affiliation, has swelled the ranks of these groups. This dynamic further entrenches the cycle of violence and instability, making efforts to restore peace and order all the more challenging. The international community's response to Haiti's crises has often been criticized for being ineffective or, in some cases, contributing to the problems. While international aid has provided much-needed relief in times of disaster, it has also been associated with undermining local institutions and economies. The complexity of Haiti's political and economic turmoil requires a nuanced and sustained international approach, focused on empowering Haitian-led solutions and building resilient institutions. International response. The international response to Haiti's protracted crisis has been a complex amalgamation of humanitarian aid, political interventions, and peacekeeping efforts, marked by both achievements and criticisms. The global community's engagement with Haiti, particularly in the wake of the 2010 earthquake, the 2021 assassination of President Jovenel Moïse, and the ongoing gang violence, reflects the challenges of addressing deep-rooted political and socio-economic issues through external interventions. International humanitarian aid has been a critical lifeline for Haiti, especially following natural disasters and during periods of acute food insecurity. Numerous international NGOs and UN agencies have been involved in providing emergency relief, healthcare, and support for infrastructure development. However, this aid has often been criticized for creating dependency, failing to build local capacities, or adequately address the underlying causes of Haiti's vulnerability. The United Nations Stabilization Mission in Haiti, MINUSTAH, established in 2004 and concluded in 2017, represents one of the most significant international efforts to restore peace and security in Haiti. While it played a role in stabilizing certain areas and supporting democratic processes, the mission was also marred by controversies, including scandals and the introduction of cholera into Haiti, which significantly undermined its effectiveness and legitimacy in the eyes of many Haitians. International political interventions have aimed to support governance reforms and the electoral process in Haiti. Efforts by entities such as the Organization of American States, OAS, and individual countries have sought to mediate political disputes and advocate for democratic practices. However, these interventions have sometimes been perceived as external meddling, lacking sensitivity to Haiti's sovereignty and the complex dynamics of its internal politics. The international response to Haiti's crisis has faced criticism on several fronts. One major criticism is the lack of sustainability and long-term impact of aid and interventions, with critics arguing that they often do not address the systemic issues plaguing Haiti, such as governance, rule of law, and economic development. There is also a perception that international efforts have sometimes prioritized geopolitical interests or the agendas of donor countries and organizations over the needs and priorities of the Haitian people. Amidst ongoing violence and instability, There have been calls for a revised international approach to Haiti's crisis. This includes suggestions for a more Haitian-led and community-focused strategy, emphasizing the importance of building local institutions, fostering economic opportunities, and addressing social inequalities. Additionally, there is a growing recognition of the need for accountability and transparency in international aid and interventions to ensure they effectively contribute to Haiti's long-term stability and development.